don't imagine there's too much trouble. The close range engagement, though, catches 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦𝘵 off and 10-2. Looks like I should have kept my mouth shut. We're all of a sudden in a 5 versus 3. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦𝘵 popped and fired at random. It doesn't land, but they've got a huge advantage to play with here. Sassy needs to hold strong.
He's in a good position though. Already dropping a first, but the trade is instantaneous, keeping that huge advantage. What a chaotic start to this map already. The delay already put into position. 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 in a good spot, has a teammate alongside him, may not even need it, and it's going to be MasterCard Thrifty straight back, getting their money's worth in the early stages of this game.
They bought hardly anything here again, Tom.
They bought more than Sentinels.
That's true. You know, this is a hell of an argument for the bundle, but there's a few sheriff shots landing there with the classic assists on the back of it. Just absolutely insane to see this in the first 3 rounds.
That back and forth. That was 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮's orb as well that went down, because the other one was thrown in B main.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
that means that he got caught by his own utility. Again, it's an error from either side, both in the early stages.
Internet gua kayak pop lagi.
All right, 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮. That's one hell of a start. They've still got a couple of rifles. It's definitely not the prettiest of buys, but even still, somehow the team with the weaker has got off to a good start.
Well, that's it, because they happen to take the fight up against one of the players who has that rifle. And 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮, other side of the map, he's running the Phantom, now actually swapping.
Aduh, pilek. Halo guys, halo Jopra, halo Axel, halo Kawat, halo 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮, halo Saul, halo Bova, halo Shushu, halo Eproy, halo Nak, halo James, halo Tegar, halo Ryan. Hi guys.
So much info.
They want to be playing this off the utility. That's the name
Oh,
going through, forcing them
pilek.
back, doing some damage too. Karen's now down to 83. I was a little bit of decay as well. The orb had gone up.
They got a rifle, but because of that neural theft,
Jago
they
ya,
used it
GENG.
to check if anybody was holding the rifle. So that's now a 3rd gun picked up from Sentinels. So they have boosted this quite a bit. 40 seconds left. 3 players still within the B site, but you still have 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 with a paranoia available to him. Nothing really on 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 though, so it is going to be on to him.
Oh, he's forced out of it. That paranoia. It's landed on the players further up.
Sana apa janji gua?
Caught by the trap, another
Tim
now
GENG.
inside, and well, he's gone. 2 kills with a classic for 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮. He's being wrapped on.
Mati lah 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮, nggak mungkin ya sih. Nice banget, anjir.
It's a connection with 12 seconds left, and the spike's gone up.
Gila.
Even if the last kill wasn't found, I
Oh,
don't think they
menang
were
anjing.
getting that one done. 2-2.
Voting nggak sih? Siap Kapten. Halo Raihan.
That was a master.
Jangan sakit like. Besok tuh Karawang lagi.
Is that the first one?
Meninggal hari ini.
No, I believe it's the third.
3rd in a row.
This is such a peculiar game. Now, obviously, because both teams are still sort of building up finances,
What is this?
the next one's not going to be, but if you've ever seen an
Waduh.
advertisement for buying the SEN bundle, that is 2 kills
Enak amat
off the back
nyair,
of 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮,
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
the man who's been
Gila.
plugging in this entire event. We're
Ikut
never gonna
lagi.
hear the end of it.
Dia Thrifty ya awalnya si 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮.
Well,
Pas buy round Sentinel. Aduh, kok hilang sih?
His thrifty calls. Forgot the MasterCard in front of it, but I'll forgive him. This
Aduh,
one.
pilek.
Well, 𝘰𝘮𝘮, they're not going to be too
Hai
happy
Alklas baik,
about
makasih
the back and
Abdul.
forth nature of this
Halo
early game,
Roif.
especially the fact that they got caught by not being able to shoot the traps. It's a little unfortunate, but these things happen. There was a combo of util again thrown towards them, making it that little bit more awkward. They try to take some fights. That's unlucky.
Belum keringin rambut.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Sentinels have got some sort of trap abuse going on. They're not taking the bullets.
Look at 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 though. He's just about to walk in. Sassy might be caught.
Oh, nice banget anjir.
So far forward, but before
Let's
anybody
go,
really
GENG.
realized, 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 up above.
Kok kalian tim Sentinels sih? Apa-apaan ini? Nggak boleh ya? No.
He's still going forward.
GENG nggak sih? GENG nggak sih? Baru mau nyalain gak stream VCT taunya. Baru mau nanyain gak stream VCT. Telat dikit. Sikit guys. Habis mandi, iya habis keramas gue. Bocil 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮. Chris, jangan. Kita harus mendukung. Kita harus mendukung Apak. Wah, anjir. Oh shit man. Wah, anjir. Wah, nice try. Bisa. Anjir, GG. Hahaha. Menang bro. Kita pengen pindah jam segini keramas. Gimana? Gue gak makin besok keramas pagi-pagi. Gue gak suka keramas pagi-pagi.
the script really is just paying
Aman,
dividends at
guys.
this point. A round break back for GENG. Coming off the coach again, we talked about Sentinels in these retakes, and they're
Kita
phenomenal.
Malik aja boleh nggak, men? Nggak.
Coming from behind, isolating these fights, and
Apa
even
pride?
after the
Bagus.
positions that were held,
King Ten comeback. Enggak, Genji itu lagi strong banget. Tidak mungkin Genji kalah.
To help elevate, well this time he's done it individually.
Tapi Sen juga lagi strong sih. Minum es yang biar cepat sembuh. Gue gak punya ARS di rumah. Anjir, tinggi juga tuh terbangnya.
Oh, I thought he might have had that for free, but the cage blocked off just enough to give him that little bit of space to work with. Still a player on B and one in mid. GENG have a lot of space. You don't expect to see a Sentinels crunch just yet. And look at how much they're keeping in their back pocket for the eventual fight.
Sama
Paranoia still to work with.
Manskin sebelahan anjay. Tekstur meninggoy.
One flash just popped by Sassy, but Meteor turns. Blades are used up. It looked like finished. Pushing went charging forward. And his teammate had fallen back at a little bit.
Flash dia ya? Oh, nice banget anjir. What the fuck, man?
Capitalizes on the chaos.
What the fuck?
Keeps having control. That's a
Manskin nih,
huge
bos.
position for them to play with. And now
GG,
Sentinels
guys.
even send Sassy back to
GG.
reclaim it.
Bye, John.
Buying so much time as only 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮's on the site, flanked down and distracted by Meteor. The clock is running down. Munchkin late flanks up through heaven. The knife kill is in, but it's too little, too late. Again, the time is enough for GENG.
Oh, aduh, knife kah manis. Gila, kalau itu tadi PRX sih udah ngamuk anjir, Coach Alex. Teman streamer sendiri, emang biasa sendiri sih. Kemarin ditemenin sama siapa, MJ soalnya. Biasa kalau nggak sendiri ya sama Cimomo, tapi Cimomo lagi di Jepang, lagi sendiri. Besok kali ke Karawang, iya nih. Jangan minum es, dirimu aja udah bersikap dingin. Ntar ada yang jadi beku. Sama Perek sudah balikin meja itu, Alex. Iya, jadi macet paket gue. Paketnya besok gue ambil sendiri, Shushu. Soalnya besok gue ke kantor. Halo, Virus. Udah kayak PB di pisau. Kacau anjir. Kocak sumpah. Hari main pisau. Waduh.
Cancel of the dog,
Lucky ya.
deep snake bite. GENG denied some more information around mid.
Lucky ya GL ya?
Rotates are underway.
Siapa sih yang GL? Lucky ya?
Swinging all the way back to the B side. Sentinels have been able to win.
Katanya hari ini mau ngambil. Nggak jadi. Soalnya kalau hari ini nggak bisa diambil, harus dikirim. Jadi katanya besok aja, besok kan katanya kamu ke kantor, jadi langsung ambil. Lucu.
Now he's got a Viper's
Line berapa?
hard work, Seekers as well, but they're not used. Instead, it's going to be dashed straight out in front of the Seekers. Meteor, though, he's caught. He can't quite see anything for a moment, but as the cloud burst fades,
Line berapa,
he's
like?
able to find a target.
Line berapa maksudnya? Anjir, oh, anjir. Woi, keding anjir. Oh, nice banget.
And he'll eventually be shut down with the Viper's pit in. This becomes a hard round to win.
Oh shit.
Showstopper popped. It's going to be a
Oh shit.
gamble from Zek, and he has to pick a spot. And he's not covered, but landed with his back
Nice
turned to
banget
Munchkin.
anjir. Anjir.
Quick execution.
Sentinel dismantled. Goodbye Sentinel. Bye bye. Udah lalu udah keding bisa apa? Nice banget. What the hell? Anjir. Ditungguin coy. Anjir. Kita tahu bakal spam. Texture nggak sih? Oh, texture ya? Main idol lo udah keluar dari squad BTR. Iya, gue tahu. Hihihi. My idol is back, bro. Anjir. Munchkin nih, bos. Gak boleh gitu, Munchkin. No ya. No. Jadi faker ya, bener lama-lama. Kalau liatin. Serem gini janji. Gimana nih bocil tense? Ketar-ketir kah? John buang-buang ulti aja nih. Iya, padahal udah 1v, apa ya? 1v3 ya? Bisa gak sih? Sayang.
A good regional team, but once they came to the international stage, and for a lot of Munchkin's teams, they just got tested in a way that they couldn't stand up to.
Jadi dari kemarin MM mau Wangi. Ih, dari awal emang udah GG anjay, Genji. Gue dukung Genji, iya. Menang. Kali ini gue dukung menang.
and then coming back and being eliminated by them later on.
Does always seem to improve though. That's the
Oh,
thing.
jadi spill nggak balik? Hah? Enggak tahu gua. Gua nggak tahu. Siapa sih ngomongin siapa sih? Ini ya Kangkang ya. Kangkang kan emang di EDG.
Where they're taking a pause, and again, you look at some of the results. This is a team that, well, they played Loud a couple of times in their last 4 matches. Loud only managed 4 rounds and 3 rounds, so GENG are already way far and above a lot of the teams that SEN have had to battle against. Interestingly,
GENG aja berkembang, masa RRQ masih membantu. Lihat nanti stage 1 semoga sih sudah much better ya.
That's intriguing.
I wasn't already a fan of GENG. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna need a jersey after this.
Diem lah guys, jangan gitu, itu gue kena coy. Udah aku masih sampai September nih, mas gue udah di farewell duluan anjir. Diem.
On Sky, yeah.
Has he been watching
Rahasia negara.
Is that what's happening?
It could be.
Hampir anjir.
It could be. He's learning from the best. Well, 5 on the board already for GENG, as we said. This was not going to be a pretty start from what we guessed.
Gatik belum ganti map, kocak. Ci besok nggak nobar soalnya minggunya gue ke Palembang, nggak bisa. Mending gue RRQ belum kelihatan aja sih, kan masih ngelawan tim yang sama. Benar setuju. Banyak blunder sih RRQ. Tapi menurut gue bisa sih kalau lawan yang lain. Lawan GENG aja kemarin ini kan, apa sih? Tipis. Bisa.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦𝘮 has his cam, consistently watching. And with only 40 seconds left, we're seeing this late clear into middle. Now, a lot of this was probably off the idea that, okay, we could have double back through and taken control into heaven. Cam already going to be gone, but now with 30 seconds left, they look to head into this stacked up site.
Suka nih kalau ada Cypher anjir di site.
It's never easy to get past this util, but they're beginning to predict it, and now they have to try and clear the players.
Kan, oh my god, trapnya anjing. Wah, nice banget anjir texture. No time. Oh, nice banget. Anjir, heal dulu gak sih? Heal dulu woy.
Full HP. But one hit to that outlaw, 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘵, one hit to damn near anything. Second
close nice banget anjir texture.
Pretty much seals the fate of this one. With 𝘧𝘰𝘯
1 HP. Nice banget. Gila, San dia ngomong gini. Halo bocil 𝘧𝘰𝘯, bocil Sentinel, di mana suaranya? Sakit kah? Enggak, virus aman. Pilek dikit aja. Tadi Kangkang gimana? Hah? Ya, jadi ntar Kangkang ini. Gimana guys? Bingung mau ngomong apa? Bohong mulu aja. Dosa weh. Woi, Sentinel. Sentinel lu nih yang udah lu dukung kemarin ngantuk-ngantukan bakal diturunin sama GENG anjir. Nggak berantem dah anjir Sentinel di bawah. Menang lagi GENG aja jago mer. Iya, menang sih menurut gue juga. Masih yang satu deh, santai dulu gak sih? Gimana nih dibantai-bantai Sentinel? Iya, gimana nih? Apa-apa, aku kan dukungnya GENG. Anjir. Munchkin boleh gila dari tadi. Munchkin sih gila sih dari tadi. Over kali dia.
This is the thing, we've been hyping up controller players all the way through this event. We've talked about 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝑚. We've talked about the likes of 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝑚. Maybe we underestimated Munchkin. Because right now he is
11-3 anjir. Munchkin.
You're going to see the gamble. I don't really blame SEN at this point.
Ketika so kill banyak.
A takes that they're reading into the fact that okay, this is going to be A, and what happens? 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝑚 just walks a little stroll.
Free side. Semuanya nge-stuck anjir.
Yeah, sure, the Sentinels retakes have been good historically, but if they pull this
Pasan semalam bocil 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝑚, yang bocil 𝘧𝘯𝘯𝑚 itu si 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝑚 cuy. Semalam kan lawannya siapa sih semalam? Loud. Gue gak suka Loud, jadi yaudah internet aja. Soalnya ini mapnya Sentinel banget. Iya. PRX banget. Baru mandi, iya baru keramas. Udah mending gue anjay. Nyari kill ya Laki ya. Ya Allah Laki ya, Laki. Kesian banget Laki sumpah. Kesian banget cuy. Nang kill kagak mati ya. Janji kayak cantik as. Thank you Theo. Pacific Pride. Real. 7. Bisa sakit. Enggak. Belok doang dikit. Jadi juara nggak sih menurut lo? Menurut gue bisa sih, bisa juara. Orang kayak gitu anjir kuat banget. Bisa sih, mamam datang anjir. Sian Laki ya.
At the moment, it's looking like they have a
Ada
great
yang
read on
nunggu janji nggak
Sentinels
sih
as well.
di sana?
Because the way they've started this match off, they've gone the right way every single time. The paranoia, decent. But the counter there, Tens will be able to keep his life, and the aggression quelled for a second.
But look how quickly they've got a response.
Agre,
There's 4
mamam.
players from Sentinels here
Meninggal
making
anjir.
that 3. Tens is down, Zeus is on it, wallbang, second falling. Sassy here, unexpected.
Feeling it anjir Meteor sumpah gila cuy. Wah gila sih ini. Aduh jangan gitu sih menangis kayaknya di B. Ntar sekali kocak anjir. Kayak tapi emang janjinya juga hit mulu. Mau dia ngapain aja juga lagi dapet anjir tembakannya. Ini kayak Sentinel juga kayak apa nih Sentinel lu kobok? Iya cuy, dismantled anjir Sentinel. Goodbye. Sentinel lower bracket.
There's no hassle even for most
No,
of these players
bang.
dying.
No,
I'll
bang.
take an orb and give you 1 towards a
bang.
neural theft. No
Cari dia. Cari dia. Cari dia. Wah.
He's got 1 at least with Munchkin down and the others maybe a little too far away. Texture, no flashback.
Dikejar-kejar anjir.
Nade. It's not even going to blow up in time. So, 8-2. This is a scoreline
Udah
that I
makan.
think, hey, I actually don't think
Udah
it's that
tadi gue udah
surprising.
makan. Kalian udah makan belum?
The other team having 2.
Minum.
The fact that it's GENG
Anjir
with the
cakep banget.
on their attack side so far.
Gila sih.
We've actually,
Meteor anjir.
most of this game so far, I've been complimenting GENG, pushing and pulling the map, finding open sites, being able to run into the lighter side of the defense. Then we see what happens if they run into the entire defense and they still win the round flawlessly. What else? What other kind of challenge can you present?
But that's the thing. I think going into this match, it was almost unequivocal that Sentinels were the best team in the world.
Janji lagi prime-nya nggak sih semua aim playernya sakit main rapi, disiplin sabar. Iya jir, bener. Janji menurut lu lagi prime-nya sih. Tapi Laki sih biasa aja sih sebetulnya Laki ya. Sisanya ya, saya jago banget. Tapi Laki ya kayak B gitu dibandingin yang lain. Kayak nggak pernah nyala kayaknya. Anjir. Nice banget. Dapet bang.
They've used a lot of utility to try and shut this man down, and he's not taken a lick of damage.
Abis match ini valid. Enggak, abis match. Aduh.
Looks for a big play and he's found one. 2 kills down. The first time they really managed to catch them off guard. Texture falls, and just 2 remain. Meteor looking for a move.
Wah. What the fuck?
Quick snap back.
Anjir. Meteor sih boleh gila.
Insane.
Heal through for Zelsis.
Bisa anjir nggak bisa.
It's not going to be an easy fight.
Bisa.
On any front, he's choosing the harder of the 2. Just 1 player towards the spawn. Whoops. There we go. 1 player towards the spawn, but 2 up top make that 3 now as they come into position. No snake bites.
Anjir bertiga nggak mungkin nggak sih?
Only going to block vision. Maybe add some decay. Give him an opportunity though to play up top with the shorty. I like him trying to create some opportunities, but
mau siapa? Aku nggak mau. Nggak kenal.
8-3.
Malu.
Last round could see Sentinels find
Malu, gue
a
introvert.
Tom. That is not something I was ready to say today.
Aku introvert. Kalau berdua mau, Mars. Jangan deh, gue bawel, just ini doang ya si Tens itu. Nggak ikutan. Nggak ikutan. 9-3 curse kah? 9-4 aja lah, 9-4, 8-4 aja nggak apa-apa. Ntar curse lagi pusing. Comeback. Enggak bro, udah menang anjir ini janji.
They've got off to a strong start.
Easy.
Yeah, the util through from Sassy as well helps
Chill,
out. They're
Meteor.
blinded and
Ya
paranoid
Tuhan
by
Yesus.
Tens, who's now
Nggak
making
di
his
backup,
appearance
cuy.
up top. Boombot through, it's found a
Oh,
player
shit,
and the
man.
bullet soon follow.
Oke lah,
Only two
8-4.
left standing for
8-4,
GENG.
8-4.
A healthy recovery for
9-3.
Sentinels towards the end of the half. It was looking a little bit shaky, but they found their footing now. And actually, I maybe even spotted both players there. I'm not sure if the dog got far enough through that wall to see Karen, but either way, they'll suspect it. Spike on the floor, and
Nice
they'll attempt to
ranger.
take it. Problem is, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 is stood on the other side of that smoke. Sassy up top, spraying away with him. With 50 seconds left and 5 players to take down. Well, we said the last round was a bit too big of a task. This one, good luck.
Laki waktu tim sama Estrella sering digendong-gendong sama Estrella, padahal di sini gacor bener.
Can't really hope for
Laki
anything
ya.
else.
Dukung mana?
Fight.
GENG lah.
Tens is just being an irritation at
GENG
this
dong.
stage, just placing
Masa yang
smokes
lain?
in his face. This is
GENG
all just a
hati.
formality. No hope
Anjing
for this
bertiga,
one to
coy.
go wrong for Sentinels.
Nice
Will
try.
at least close out
Halo,
the
Irdan.
remaining couple of flawless to
Laki
give
nggak
them
pernah
their
nyala,
fourth
menurut
round
gua.
onto the board after what was
Yang
almost a
selalu nyala sih
flawless
pasti
start out of
Meteor.
GENG.
Meteor
An
ya,
early,
Clutch
shaky
Master.
back and forth
Terus
that was competitive,
Texture
and
juga
a
selalu nyala.
6-round streak for the
Karon
Korean
juga jago
super
banget.
team. They've definitely put themselves in a good spot,
Laki nggak pernah.
but as we know, Sentinels
Bikin
can
botak
definitely turn
Witras.
the tide.
GENG udah mulai goyang kah? Belum cuy. Chill gak sih, kasih dulu 4. 4 doang. 4 terus kayak ntar kan.
Hey guys, Mika Fabs here in the crowd right now with Jules, a GENG super fan. Hey Jules, where are you from?
I'm from Korea, but I live in the States as well.
Oh, okay, so this is a tough match for you, but clearly you are for GENG. I actually hear you're a friend of Textures, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh wow, so how do you know him, and what is he like?
Lucu banget.
I'm his
Katanya dukung GENG.
moderator.
Emang
and
GENG
he's
emang
just
udah
a
apa?
great guy, friendly guy as well.
Cijes bocil fans kayaknya ya deh.
Really, really hard as
Kayaknya
well
sih ya.
outside of the game, right?
Sepertinya
Absolutely.
begitu.
We call him pro streamer because he's a pro player, but he streams like streamer.
Lagi
He
kemarin
always
pas
works outside of his
VS.
streams as well. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's been such a character
Aduh,
as well.
kata lagi
And
gua
so
pas
fun
VS
to
PRX
watch
di
too.
berapa
Now,
round bisa
finally,
PRX.
I hear you're not
Oh.
just a GENG fan, you're not just a Texture fan, but you're an overall VCT
Gua nggak nonton
fan.
yang
You've
map
been to
1
so
soalnya,
many
jadi gua nggak
events.
terlalu
Can you
tahu.
let us
Map
know
2
what
sih
they
biasa
are?
aja ya.
Yes, I've been to Pacific last year.
Tadi lo
and
bilang
also
4 doang.
went to LA for
Ya
champs.
kasih 4
This
aja,
year I'm at
kasih 4
Madrid, and
aja,
I'm going
nggak
to
kasih
Seoul
lagi
for champs
udah.
again.
Habis ini
Awesome.
PS
So we
Valorant
might
ini
see you
dimenangin
again,
sama
and we might have
GENG.
to loot back this interview and come full circle. Now, finally, I need you to give one big shout out to all of the
Cecep
GENG
ngapa?
fans over here in the stage.
Hah,
and
gua baca
everywhere.
coy dari
Give your
tadi.
best, battle cry for GENG.
Gue ngomong
Thank you.
anjay. Oh ini gue top
I
chat
think
ternyata.
GENG's gonna win.
Gue
Guys,
bocil GENG.
has been speeding
Oh bagus bagus. Tos dulu
exceeding
kita. Nah dah tos.
and they're really gonna do well.
Udah
So,
baca
push
bro,
for
chill
GENG.
bro.
All right, let's hear
Lagi
it for
nobar kan?
GENG. But
Nobar
on
kan
the
nih
other
orang?
side, we also do have to hear it for Sentinels before we get back into the game.
Galak banget ya ini Jesslyn ini ya. Galak amat Jess. Takut.
Yeah, you know what? Got to hear a GENG battle cry, but the crowd.
Ya Tuhan Yesus. Ghostbuster. Ini lucu banget. Kalau janji sama PRX tukang siapa? PRX dong. PRX janji mah biasa aja sebetulnya ya. Cuman karena lawan Sentinel ya gue dukung janji dong. Biasa aja gue sama janji. Yang hijau tadi mirip lu, anjir lu kurang ajar, pukul nih. Katanya janji di hati, enggak sih biasa aja sebetulnya. IDJ di hati lah, gila. RRQ maksudnya. Ralat. RRQ di hati. Kok gak ada suara?
In this series with a deficit,
Diam begini.
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 now becomes the pinnacle. He's had a bit of a quieter game, but we know that at any stage this
Hai
youngster
Vin.
can turn it on.
RRQ Vin Israel kah? BTR Vin.
It's been fearsome. Lucky though. Ooh, he's actually just looking to deal with
Anjir,
utility.
gimana nih?
He's gone down. Been having a bit of a
Dengar-dengar
rough map individually.
Pindah.
Problem is, this is all just
Apa
the
Jesslyn?
roots. This is
Apa
gonna start pulling
Jesslyn?
players over.
Kangkang love Jesslyn anjir, gila lu. Woi salah.
Have to check on the
Ulang.
Sentinels, you imagine they will.
Masih mana lagi?
QT.
Nggak, itu kan
Look at him.
harapan
See him in the
fans.
X-ray, just sneaking past
Itu harapan fans
towards the
Pin.
screens. They'll never
Harapan
expect
orang
him to
biasa
be in this
seperti
corner.
saya.
And the steps heard on the rotation back. Oh, this gap is absolutely
Makanya
massive.
jamnya lawan
No
T-Rex
way
doang.
the Munchkin
Wah
can
kacau,
expect it.
wah
But does
kacau.
he expect
Wah.
someone to be on the site? He could think that's the only player. One guy in screens
Texture
coming
bisa nggak
back
sih?
to check there's no one and running
Oh
back.
shit,
This all
man.
makes sense.
Aduh, berdua
For
satu
Texture to
anjir,
be
gak
here,
bisa
though,
coy kayak gini.
oh, they'd have to be ever vigilant to see it, and now he's got an opportunity to trade it back further. It's huge.
Anjir, incredible anjir, Sentinel. Anjir.
5 seconds. They need to plant it now. They can deny this. It's done on the spot. Karen does well to find one. And there's the GENG with another
Dismantled anjir. Wah gila, gila.
bringing them ever closer
Kacau.
to winning Sentinels map pick.
That is the second time in this tournament I have watched that man there, Texture, win an impossible round. Win a round
Gimana
that never
guys
should have
rasanya
been. There was one where it
dibantai-bantai
exploded through a smoke and
oleh
instantly popped 3 heads. This
oleh
one was
GENG.
disciplined. This one was waiting patiently
Juara
for the
cuy,
perfect
anjir
moment
gila
to
sih.
strike. And again,
Gua nggak ngerti,
he
itu kan
takes down 3 players.
site-nya
This
nggak
man
di-clear ya?
has been revitalized within this
Kenapa nggak
GENG
di-clear, cuy?
roster. And that has got to be
Texture is him.
infuriating for
GENG on
Sentinels,
fire.
because 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘦
Oh itu gue ngambil
basically
second
did
shotnya.
everything right, gets an opener,
Wah
catches
tapi
the
itu nice
player
banget sih.
rotating, but
Gila
one
sih.
man
Wah
missed.
gila anjir.
That's the pistol round to
Nggak masuk
GENG.
akal. Dia mikir dulu kayak anjir gue bunuh yang mana dulu anjir.
Even thinking back,
GENG
he heard
Korea
the
semua. Iya,
second
GENG
player
Korea semua.
running up in heaven. Chance of a third being there very low. Karen
Mampus dah.
got in danger and
Mampus dah.
3
Anjir.
kills. They were
Goodbye
close, but
Sentinel.
the
Go
numbers
next, go
advantage
next.
doesn't really matter when the judges fire
Go
it
next,
away
bro.
like that. The last could have been his.
Anyang,
But
anyang.
Texture finds it instead. One man lost on
Ban
GENG.
Texture.
Fantastic
Ini tim
follow-up
kapan
round
drop play
to their
kira-kira apa
pistol.
bakal naik terus grafiknya?
Stacking the chips even further on their
Si
side of
GENG.
the table.
GENG sih
History might
bisa
be
improve
more
terus
ways
sih
than
menurut
one
gue.
today.
Soalnya
Unless Sentinels come alive
kalau
fairly
laki diganti
soon,
ya.
the greatest
Laki diganti siapa gitu?
with this iteration.
Yang main inisiator yang
on this
lebih
map.
baik. Bisa sih.
Played it so many times within the
Anjir.
Americas, so many times already in this tournament as well.
Dicium judge. Nonton sampai RX
Right now,
kagak.
GENG
Gue gak kuat
showing
guys.
why they might
Gue
just be the hope
kayak harus turu deh.
Pacific to finally
Kecuali
get
2-0
towards a
ya,
title
2-0
win.
terus mulai jam 12.
Definitely feels
Jam
still a fair
12.30
bit
gitu
away.
mulainya.
In this
Mungkin bisa
round,
nonton
they've
PRX
got
satu
a
game.
completely weak purchase. A few
Tapi kalau
rifles
misalnya
and
mulai jam
more as
1 gitu
well.
kayaknya nggak bisa
Okay,
deh.
Karen's left on a pistol,
Gue harus
Munchkin's
merenung supaya
SMG.
tidur anjir.
It's not the most desired weapon.
Janji Alik real. Sky main.
I'm also looking at texture being two
Gila gue udah
walks away
sebulanan
from
gak
that
main
showstopper.
Valorant anjir.
The main
Udah
thing
gak
with
tau
the
ada aimnya
Sentinels is
kayak
taking
ee kali.
rifles.
Nge-force ya? Enggak deh. Udah buy round ya?
That's the pressure of this round.
Lupa anjir.
They've got the rifles, but they need to find success with it. Weaker weapons for GENG. That outlaw is dangerous. What's even more dangerous is the
Dah,
4
goodbye.
players on this A side.
Don't
We
QT.
saw GENG run into this 4 of Sentinels up in heaven. And GENG
Nice
lost
banget.
about 40 HP total with a flawless execution on the A site. Sentinels are doing it with a
Mighty
split
ugly.
through vents. 2 players on their way to crunch heaven. Problem is, GENG can crunch right back. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 and Munchkin aren't in heaven. Instead, out on the ledge.
kelihatan.
It's a very unusual position. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 can flash up from down
Nice
below.
banget anjir.
Munchkin can always have somewhere to
Wah
fall back
ente
to.
gak bisa harus masuk anjir. Gak bisa cuy.
That's a big mistake. Now they know at least there's another player on site. They might even have heard them in screens.
Ya elah hari-hari kagak ngecek corner anjir.
Tucked in the corner, Sentinels. 12
Capek
seconds
deh.
left and a 1 versus 2.
Mahal
They
cuy.
bought
Buy
themselves
round
the space to
mati
play.
semua.
Yeah, the one thing for Karen is he doesn't currently have
Wah
a
gila
weapon.
sih. Kacau anjir.
Everybody dying around the window means that he might even have to put himself out into the open to give this one up. The reposition as well from 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 is sublime.
nice
It would
try,
have to
nice
be
try,
an
nice try.
instant headshot.
It's okay,
But although
mahal-mahal.
they pushed in to pretty
Monitor
much
udah
all of
begadang
GENG,
mulu.
at least
Ya,
all
jir
their
gua ada.
weaponry, Sentinels do manage to
Wah, udah
weather
pusing
the
anjir
storm
kepala.
just about.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝑚𝑒 donated 1 juta.
Tom, you know,
Bagus.
this is the expected
Istirahat lebih
result,
penting.
though. 2-round win, 1 on the back of the pistol, the other the
Thank you, Chan.
follow-up.
Kamsahamnida.
You win your third up against those
Cie-cie
weaker
nih.
weapons. It still gets close.
Gak mau
Couple
ya,
well-placed
makasih,
shots
Chan.
by Sentinels puts them ahead
Nggak
in
es
those
terus.
fights. Good reposition
Tapi
in the
lagi
end.
emang gak enak badan karena begadang.
But one battle
Lu juga
going
tidur.
slightly differently, and this map spirals out of their control.
Aku kan
They're holding
begadang
on to a
karena tidak
cliff's
bisa
edge
tidur.
by their fingernails.
Bacor.
10-5, GENG now pull out the showstopper,
aduh.
and they've gotten away just about
Harusnya tadi
rounding the
di
corner in
ini aja
time.
nggak sih?
That was a target-rich environment. But now
Di ulti
GENG
aja
have to fall
langsung.
back surely. They won't keep
Ditahan
pushing.
gitu tadi.
They won't keep taking this space.
GG langsung sembuh.
He doesn't even have a dash online. This guy's crazy. He's cloud bursting around to try and stay alive. He's still not running away, Tom.
Wah,
He's sticking
nice try.
around for a fight. I did not expect
Di
that.
mana aiming atau
Maybe not expecting that many players to be there.
dengerin gak gara langsung sampai subuh. Gimana dong mainnya di Madrid? Subuh terus. Sakit supaya besok gak ikut tur. Ya Tuhan, enggak dong. Mau gue sakit juga besok ikut guys.
GENG is scrambling a little bit. Such aggressive position. Fallback is going to go to that A site. The thing is though, because they
Sakitnya
have so
hilang
much
ini.
map control.
Diam, hush. Jangan bawel.
GENG once again, it's looking like we might have 4 players
Nonton yang
within
benar.
this A site.
Nonton Sentinel dibantai-bantai.
One flash on 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦, one nade on texture. No paranoia, some smoke.
Nggak bisa aja. Ini si Sentinel mainnya apa sih? Nice try.
And Sentinels find the opening with it, but there's a response. GENG equalize things, catch them on the road.
Wah, nice try dah udah. Texture dilawan anjir.
The rotation now from Texture as he realizes they're going to want to hightail.
Ya nggak ada waktu terus gitu loh mainnya. Terbirit-birit. Nice try udah. Texture di sini.
They need this fight. They need to win it. And they have just about 5
No time,
seconds
anjir.
more as he reaches the side. It's too late. They've
Ada
bought
waktu ya?
enough time. The spike plant doesn't
Nice
come
try
in.
anjir.
This man's
Kayak
positioning
20 detik baru masuk, 20 detik baru masuk.
to none. Every single time he makes the right read. Texture is
Terlalu
having a
lama anjir.
world of a defensive
Wah, Ten sih dikatain sih 5-12 anjir.
walking into this trap
Gimana nih,
almost
guys?
every single time.
5-12.
GENG's read to
Menangis
get
nggak
4
sih?
players there, perfect. He
Mana nih
drops the
bocil
spike and
Tens?
it instantly
Si MJ.
hightails. It knows that he can have faith in
Delaynya
Munchkin to
gila
hold
weh.
on to that site and buys almost exactly enough time. The fact that it
Strat
has to
no
be
time by
slowed down
GENG.
just
Iya,
enough,
di delay
that split
terus.
second
Kali kayaknya
does
dari
the
dulu
work.
masih gitu nggak sih, satu live
The
semangat.
heroes are there, the stars are
Satu live
aligning.
semangat banget sampai jam 4-5an. Besok live nya pasti pilek batu.
Investing back into this one. They have
Iya
some
anjir, gue
rivals.
pasti
And they're
seminggu
almost
ada flu-nya.
Vipers.
Gak mungkin kalau seminggu nggak ada flu. Ajaib gitu, mukjizat.
GENG have been bypassed on mid already, but that was heard. Karen knows exactly what was going down. This weapon, the judge in hand, it could be somewhat unexpected. They'll see his economy was low. Will they anticipate it upstairs in heaven? This is a
Dari
danger
situ aja
against
bye-bye Karen.
any buy. And they're on their way
Masih flash
straight
bang.
into Karen's
Wah,
waiting
wah,
arms.
goodbye dah. Bye
He wins
Zyken anjir.
this. At first already, that's another
Masih
nail
sih?
in Sentinel's coffin, and he's back. He's just creating some space. And not getting out alive. In fact, sticking around for another
Oh anjir.
Tens doubles
Sudah
up.
dapet.
That's a big double.
Half
They've
blind
still
kah?
got to deal with Munchkin though. Might be expecting a third player with this site. Poison orb. He's gonna be able to
goodbye,
isolate the
Tens.
spike. Already dropped to the ground. Good trade
Ini
though
anjir,
from
slow anjir
𝘭𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮
nih.
again.
Bisa lah,
Bringing
bisa,
things
bisa.
back into an even scenario. The clock not so low this time, but 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 already making a switch up. He's gonna play into the orb. Has a flash ready to go straight out of it. It is being watched though, but he drops one.
Wow.
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 steps up, puts the 12th round onto the board for GENG.
GG guys.
Every
Kena
decision,
semua
every
anjir.
battle
GG.
just seems to be correct for
Tembakannya.
this squad.
Hai Chen.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Jangan
A
marah.
7-round deficit for Sentinels on their best
Nggak
map,
boleh
the map
marah-marah.
they chose, and a map that I'll be honest, we did not see GENG
Harus happy
competing
jadi
in.
orang.
I was already looking to notice once I saw the veto come up. And no
Tumben
team's
laki ya.
been able to
Ya,
shine a
sama.
light on Sentinels here on Split.
nggak boleh
A
gitu,
close
anjir.
game is the best you could expect.
Karen
A
bener-bener ya.
dominant victory though? GENG.
Itu karena
They
tengah
really
Chen.
are changing the game.
Gue gak bisa bedain mukanya.
Round 18 could be the
Mirip,
last
anjir.
with an early fight up top. It's done a
GG
little bit of
next.
damage, but not too much.
Bye,
Sentinels not
bocil
deterred from their
Tens.
aggression. Another player on site now. 4 players from GENG here
anjir.
ready to fight. Meteor the
Anjir.
first to take it. And he won't
Anjir.
stop. 3 kills
Anjir.
already. It's left it all to Sassy, and it's done just
5-13 guys, Sentinel gak bakal ngomong anjir. GG dah. Mending PRX ternyata. This is GENG, not Gen Z. Gua Gen Z, kocak. Gila ya, ngeri gak sih? Menyala abangku. Keren lah. GENG sih bisa sekot ini, gue gak nyangka anjir. Yang pas dia lawan DRX menang aja gue kayak, hah? Tidak mungkin. Ternyata. Very good. Gila ya. Gacor. Ini map janji. Ini map Sentinel ya? Map siapa tadi?
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm gonna walk.
Map Sentinel anjir. Abis ini baru janji. Abis ini Lotus janji. Abis itu Breeze, map 3 Breeze. Cuman kan karena 2-0, jadi nggak mungkin map 3 ya guys. Jadi nggak bakal main Breeze. Padahal gue suka sih kalau orang main di Breeze. Buset. Menangis kah para jomblo, lihat ya. Cime anjir. Tebak skor map 2. Kasih lah 9 lah, 9-13. Pengen cepet sih supaya bisa nonton PRX. Berapa ya? Berapa ya? 7 lah. 7 lah, kasih lah 7. 7-13. Breeze map neraka, tapi kayak seru kalau misalnya pro player yang mainin tuh seru. Aku mau. Ngapain ya kita? Ngapain guys? Mau gartek lagi kah? 2 OT sih gue rasa 2 OT. Janganlah, kelarin cepet biar nonton PRX. Wah anjir. Suara gue boleh hilang. Kok nggak seru ya? Tapi ada yang lain nggak sih daripada Gartic yang lebih seru? Apa yang lebih seru daripada Gartic? Misal IDG RRQ menang siapa, Lik? Menang RRQ lah. Pokoknya IDG sama RRQ tuh nggak bisa di satu levelin ya. Tolong ya guys, jadi nggak bisa lawanan, pokoknya nggak bisa. Saya netral. Minum, siap kapten. Minum dulu. Slater ayo apa ya? Bisa langsung turun kan makin parah radangnya. Enggak, aman. Udah sembuh. udah sembuh. I'm strong. Apa itu anjir? Sabar. Ini apa? Ini apa gila? IDG yuk. IDG. Lawan RQ sehat. Aduh nggak bisa, gue nggak bisa, pokoknya gue nggak bisa diginiin. Nggak mau kalau masalah ada IJ sama RRQ gue netral. No. Kalau Kang keluar masih dukung IDG nggak, Ben? Nggak. Nggak. Like nggak mandi. Gue habis keramas gila, habis mandi. Di Pasifik oke kok RRQ pas lawan JJ 21. Iya. Kayak bahkan tipis gitu loh, 11-13 ya sih pas RRQ gitu. Kayak mau comeback tapi nggak bisa comeback. Aduh. Ini makanya fans Kakak bukan fans timnya. Lah emang iya. Enggak lah, gue fans ini kok. Gue ngefans sama si lupa namanya cuy, Nobody. Kayaknya jago gila. Itu ya? Mode beruang kutub dulu. RRQ kok bisa ya segrup main? Sabar ya. Aduh. RRQ kok bisa segrup sama 2 juara Pasifik? Dia doang yang nggak juara. Kurang nih berarti nih VCT.
저희가 먼저 갔으면 좋겠습니다.
It just brought back so many memories from back then. We were also in the upper bracket as well, but we lost back then. And it just made me like, it just brought back so much emotions from, you know, what happened
Cakep.
back then.
Dono
But I
ketiduran
feel like this time we're
ketularan
gonna make
batuk
it
pilek nggak tuh?
different. And
Strong
I
dia
really,
mah.
really hope that GENG guys can pull it off today and we
Strong,
walk away
strong.
the win.
Dono strong.
Well, it certainly
Baik
feels
bakal
different,
nularin
so
pas
let's see
Karawang.
if, GENG can
Iya
pull
nih,
this off.
sorry. Buat beli obat pilek. Makasih, udah ada kok obat pilek kok banyak banget.
Absolute domination. 𝘰𝘯𝘳𝘵, this GENG team look absolutely on
Fans sama yang
fire
baru
in this
balik ke
match.
RRQ
And
ya
if
sih?
anything, it just
Siapa
goes to
tuh?
show that,
Spill dong kak. Gue gak tahu siapa yang baru balik ke RRQ. Siapa emang?
When we saw the map select, we thought, you
Siapa,
know, it's
guys?
a bit of pick your poison, right? It's going to be Sunset or it's going to be Split. And they were definitely very sure
Lo kan
about
sering
what
batuk
to
pilek
do with
gitu,
the split, even though the
suhunya
beginning of the
ikutan naik
game
juga,
was a
like
bit shaky for both of the teams.
kadang
We saw,
demam gitu
you
loh,
know,
jadi
teams
kayak
echo time and time again. It looked like Joker team was going to have
meriang
all the
demam
effect
gitu, tapi
in that
demamnya paling
defense
kayak cuman
because,
2
GENG was a
hari,
little bit lost
2
on that
malam
way
gitu,
around.
abis itu udah gak apa-apa. Aman. Idol mau balik? Oh iya. Masa sih? Enggak gak sih? Itu gosip doang gak sih? Halo Jackson. Baju kita samaan tas. Es terus enggak, gue gak suka minum es. Kalau Liga SEN kakak langsung sembuh gak Ben? Sembuh, sembuh. Sembuh. Mana kakak ya? Kita balik sini pasti lagi gak sehat gini. Enggak aman-aman. Ya rumor doang itu. Oh, menarik. Amin aja sih kalau rumor. Gojek, apa Gojek? Gojek apa ya? Kena virus baru COVID kah? Enggak, gue emang suka pilek. Absen gue Yunjung anjir. Halo Del. Habis kerja kah? Gosip. Lihat kakak kali yang minta bikin video buat Alex. Setuju. Makasih teman-teman. Wah apa-apaan ini, GENG menang langsung naik pollingnya 56%. Parah lu pada. Karbitan anjir.
Yeah, and GENG was good on the rifle rounds, but the make or break in this match was rounds like this. Was the second half pistol, was the eco rounds they won at the beginning. Those little margins are what changed the outcome of a series.
Yeah, and also GENG like reading onto the read that that Sentinels had. I remember when they went onto A, they knew that they were going to do something aggressive, and they responded with even more aggression, sending the race, sending to do something to shut down any kind of idea that Sentinels might have had to turn the match around.
What a match it was for GENG. Let's go ahead though and take a look at our aim lab shoot around real fast. Continue to
Menyalahgunakan kekuasaan deh.
Great position here to do something that, you know, other teams in their region have or other
Thank you Jackson.
Hey
Halo
Alik,
Rafli.
gue ajak lu nonton bareng ya.
B-nya itu BTR nggak mungkin comeback ke RRQ. Vin B-nya itu BTR. Vin tuh nggak ada B-nya anjay. Gila lo ya. Masih bisa melek-lek. Maksud lo? Meninggal saya. Halo Farel. Hanya pengen aja si Kangkang bilang gini. Kangkang bukan dari Thailand, kocak. Kangkang dari China. Kenapa dia ngomong malah Saudika?
Silakan.
Saya nggak karbit komen. Siapa? Maksudnya lo ngantuk? Oh enggak, gue ngantuk. Kayak tepar dikit aja anjir. Keseringan tiap hari. Tidur subuh anjir. Lumayan tepar. Double stream gini.
Anjir, John Cutie kasihan banget anjir.
Siapa?
Buka puasa
Siapa
di
sih?
sana.
Suara siapa sih? Suara boom ya? Oh justru John jago tadi. Yang nge-carry John. Ya sih? Tadi frag kan dia? Fragging.
But SEN is good here.
real tepar dikit doang. Jadi besok pada ke Karawang nggak? 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦𝘮 gelo. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦𝘮. Sekarang lagi nonton drakor apa? Queen of Tears guys, kalian harus nonton Queen of Tears. Harus emas.
Into a setup and down these post plants. These little mistakes cannot happen, or 𝘰𝘰 will take advantage when they're so clean on this map.
Yeah, exactly. And we need to go back and talk about the
Kanggo harus ngomong apa, like 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 sakit gitu. Anjir, aku bukan 𝘭𝘪𝘬. Aku tidak mau jadi sekedar teman. Lu tuh fisik gak kuat, jangan begadang sampai subuh. Gua nggak bisa tidur. Mau gimana dong? Kangkang, mana sih? Ini konsepnya streamer nonton streamer catatannya lewat lagi. Pipin ke RRQ divisi Valorant. Betul, betul. Setuju. Alergi di stream. Kasihan gue yang tunggu agak banyak. Ini bagus banget, Chris. Sebagus itu ya, emang gak salah sih. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 aktor 6M anjir per episode. Gimana gak bagus? Gila sih. Itu bagus banget, gue gak ngerti lagi. Nggak, jangan tidur siang hari kalau gak ada tugas. Gue gak tidur siang hari.
They've even lost the series after winning the first map, but they always win the first map. So it's the first time we're going to see them properly have to fight from a deficit since the opener. And GENG are just going straight in with such an aggressive start. 𝘧𝘰 is dead within a matter of seconds.
Well, when you leave C, when you get pushed back, where are you going to go? You got to cross the B side. GENG 3 push C, 2 push B, retake A. But hold on, Sentinels try to take the fight.
Anjir, udah pede ini mah GENG anjir. Oh, anjir, di pick 4 orang. Quadra pick. Udah ini mah udah pede pol gak sih? Menang anjir 2-0. Yang meninggal. Pick me more. Kata Meteor. Dipulangin loh. Bisa apa, Tens? Paling nggak bisa tidur. Gua beneran nggak bisa tidur, Chen. Aku nggak bohong. Bisa tidur, gua udah tidur. Dari sekarang. Lo jam berapa? 11. Absen kepala. Banyakin absen dah. Lo aja sendiri nggak mau tidur kalau menurut gua. Gua mau tidur. Gua udah tidur. Tapi nggak bisa tidur anjir. Gimana dong? GG 2-0 Sen lower. Iya, pasti LB dia udah.
Just having a great time. I mean, you could see it the second they stepped out on stage and the crowd was there, the smiles on their face. They are happy to be here. They know they're making history, but it doesn't seem like they feel that pressure right now. They are vibing and thriving, 1-0 up. Sentinels, though, Tom, they've put all their credits on the line. It's a big buy from the attacking side. This is
Kalau turun lower final ketemu lagi. Iya, menurut gue sih ya. Kecuali PRX menang ya. PRX Sentinel menang gitu. PRX lock dulu, PRX menang. PRX slash Sentinel. Terus sih boleh. Nge-force gini. Susah sih. Guardian anjir. Susah gak sih Guardian buat retake?
And for GENG getting back through won't be easy. They've already expended all their big utility. Sentinels have the numbers and with these
lebih gacor Stinger anjir.
They have a lot of potential.
Buat retake.
More so when they can see you through the walls. A great reveal from 𝘧𝘰 to get himself the kill.
Udah nice try anjir ini 1 HP dia.
As he emerges from that smoke, it's easy pickings.
Nice try.
He doesn't stand too long either. 1-1 as Sentinels pull it
Halo
back.
treble.
Reminiscent of the last map.
Padahal kan setiap live stream tidur mulu. Mana ada lu gak pernah tidur. Tahun lalu anjir gua tidur. Mana pernah gua tidur. Kurang kencang gak guys? Gini ya. Rek apa aku belum pernah win international event ya? Iya belum pernah. Nggak pernah juara 1. Bisa ini juara 1 nih. Aduh dingin.
But again, this control is being taken. Sassy farming up the orb, not far away from his ultimate already.
Tapi GENG beneran kayak one-sided banget gitu loh. Menangnya dari kemarin 2-0, 2-0.
Once GENG go for those fights, you know, they're really not favored. It has to be a miracle shot, although we've seen plenty of them.
Kayak nggak ada yang ketat gitu dari kemarin.
Getting back through here. There's a couple 1v1s available, but that paranoia from Tens, it does a lot of work. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 able to clean house. Big kills to have as well. For 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, this man is now 3 away, 3 away from a Viper's Pit. Very early on as well after the fight back. Could just be 2 away. There you go.
Wow, fuck Meteor.
Great shots
Lu nge-pick Meteor sini lu. Gila. Wah, Meteor sih gila ya. Gila sih. Yang reverse juara 1 tuh jatuhnya international event gak sih? Enggak ya? Bener juga sih, tapi itu Red Bull ya? Itu campus tapi... Campus apa sih namanya? Lupa gua. Campus apa gitu? Jago banget ya, gila, map 3. Janganlah, map 2 lah. 2-0 anjay. Temenku jail semua, orang lagi istirahat di pot-potnya. Iya emang, kalau nggak kayak gitu bukan temen. Gak apa-apa, virus. Jadi lagi prime, iya prime time banget sih. Very good.
You don't normally see the Odin push this far forward.
We've seen it before, and it was punished almost immediately. Most times the pushes come, but I think a little bit more confident with Texture being there. Munchkin toying with the idea of pushing up, and 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 eventually bites the bait. He's down. Wanted to see if someone was on the angle, but 6 HP is all he escapes with. Now they've got to be worried about this position. Karen just bailing. Happy didn't cause problems, and look, he's already burnt up their paranoia. A very valuable flash used up for next to nothing because he was baiting them.
And that's one of the major things, is you don't really have flashes when it comes to this composition. The paranoia really is a huge, valuable piece. Already though, early rotations did actually pull players away from the A site. You can see that Sassy has managed to drag them back. He is selling a ruse. This is going to put serious pressure onto
Odin ya.
the only player, this fake
from Odin selalu nginget Sassy aja, Odinnya GG banget.
The Nightfall. And Meteor's even starting to rotate away. They have fallen for the bait completely.
Wait. Wah, nice try anjir Meteor.
And now there's no way to stop this spike from being planted on the side of GENG.
Low semua. Aduh, geli gue liat ya.
But Munchkin's dodging the bullets for now. An angle for Karen as he sees the corner, but Tens will make it out of there just about. The shrouded step buys him the space, and he's hightailing it to play the post plant. 6 HP on 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮, 22 on Tens in second, and 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 are not too healthy, but they have to go for a save on GENG because of all those players still standing. Fight, a bullet or 2 landed extra, and this round would look different, but instead GENG are out of here.
We've given so much credit.
Sentinel di map ini 100% win. Hah? Oh iya. Tadi gue ngeliat sih. GG juga Sentinel. Kita nggak mau tidur lagi main HP tapi kebapus nih tiduran. Nggak ada gur. Tidur yang bener virus. Udah malam tidur. Jangan begadang kalau bisa tidur. Naisu. No.
Using their smokes on that side as well. Just fantastic stuff.
Yang masih cepet 1 HP dari mana? Ih tadi Ten sama si siapa tadi 2 orang? Coba tadi. Berdua cuy tadi 1 HP.
What looks like a very peculiar
Abang akan map 3. Tadi juga lumayan kayaknya si siapa? 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 ya. Udah dicicil gitu. Jangan map 3 please. 0-0 aja. Mau nonton PRX. Nice banget ya, mana? Nggak ada nice banget. Oh shit man, oh my 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘮, oh my god, oh nice banget, what the fuck, what's happening bro? Bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mana dua-duanya kagak ada senjata lagi. Ada anjir. Di retrieve. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 1 HP. Iya tadi banyak cuy.
to a save. The fact is they're almost having to
Kan kita
count
lagi
whether opponents
kita masuk IG Mobile Legends anjir, gimana cara hapus?
Sen are happy
Gimana
to
caranya?
just
Kenapa
play
nggak
patient.
bisa
A
masuk
second
anjir?
round again where they're using
Oh,
Sassy.
goodbye.
He's just
Goodbye Sentinel, anyong.
He peeked stairs and now he's up top
Good
suppressing
night,
fire. The guy's got
Sentinel.
42 HP. He's
Ya
swung out wide.
Tuhan.
Paranoia hadn't quite
Kecepatan
landed just yet.
anjir.
That's a little disappointing.
Cepetan Bang
We're
Karon.
being close with Meteor now having to clutch it out, and the problem is he doesn't know where these players are. They could have snuck
Meteor,
away anywhere.
Clutch
It could
Maestro.
cost him a lot
Wah,
of time
Maestro
on the
nggak
way back
jadi.
through, but it seems he's relatively confident that they'll play towards the site inside that pit. In fact, the lockdown is going to be used here and now. They have to open the door to run away or emerge from that ult, and the timing. Oh, it was so close to seeing Meteor fall. He catches 𝘭𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 on the other side of the wall. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 is standing. Taken down. A sensational clutch from Meteor.
Meteor dilawan anjir. Jangan melawan Meteor guys. Meteor itu raja terakhir. Aduh gimana, pusing nggak? Sentinel pusing nggak? Namanya tahu sih gua. Jir. GG ya, like rekomen agent untuk kompe day 3. Kenapa jadi pada rekomen kesini ya? Halo teman-teman, saya nggak tahu. Ini kenapa begitu? Replaynya kagak muncul. Kamu jadi ini aja, jadi Killjoy. Soalnya Meteor lo GG banget. Jadi Killjoy-nya Meteor ya. Max.
When they shouldn't have been there. Big clutch coming out of Meteor. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 now has an operator. They're putting in utility, but it's being destroyed. Almost just baiting the fact that there's someone here, but he's so clean with it. First kill goes through, instantly retreats.
And a few shots landed, but with the op refacing to land those last bullets will be a difficulty. Even the shot just here whizzing past the head. Sentinels, one man down early on. They've gotten mound control for it, but not necessarily a worthwhile trade. From here, though, maybe they can posture a fake. Not really, though, considering Meteor's utility in play. They'll have a lot of information and content to play a little further back than the C site. Reveal goes up and over C, confirming there's still
Susah
someone
anjir, ada
on
Killjoy
down.
cuy.
And Munchkin's in position here on this B site. Wall up.
Susah
It'll slow
lo, nggak
down
bisa
any
masuk,
attempt at a
ayo.
push, and with 45 seconds left, we see the spike.
Ayo, gimana
Rotate around to
caranya?
A. Still stacked up, and look who's rotated into position, Tom. Textures here.
A deh, coba A deh. C nggak bisa, B nggak bisa. Oke, we go A.
Their opponent's utility and bait out that
Max udah di sini, cuy.
but the fact is Munchkin has sat around. There's still a showstopper available here for Texture. He might be able to deny him, but he goes through, takes a risk and is caught by 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮. Karen's still in position.
Kira dapet.
15 seconds left. It's getting late on the clock. The timer ticking. He's waiting for someone to go for the
Mampus.
in front of him.
Mampus.
Because of that, he's able to drop two. Surely it's two are gone. Karen takes
Sini deh, di absen.
into his own hands. And Sentinels.
Sini absen. GG guys, anjir GG sih. Gila, seru banget. Gila, jago banget. GG. Gak masuk akal. Gila.
This time it's a little worse,
Tidak
Tom.
masuk akal.
They hadn't thread the needle. They
Terlalu
hadn't hurt
jago,
two
gila
players
semuanya.
around this area. They thought
Absen.
that op on the angle
Absen
was the
adik-adik.
only thing there, the only element to this defense. And
Gila.
maybe part of that
Sabar
is the
banget gini.
texture ran through.
Selalu gitu.
Why would he do that?
Sit
He
anjay.
would only do that surely in their mind if the A side, if he's the
Bener-bener.
bastion of defense. But no, he
Jago banget
wasn't.
semuanya kecuali Lucky jago aja. Kayaknya Lucky ya.
Oh, for sure. Like
Semuanya
the
S
last
lah,
two
sisanya
rounds
Lucky ya B.
probably should have been theirs, or at least got close.
Kayaknya Lucky ya IGL nggak sih?
One of them taken by Meteor now. They're not
GG win.
stopping.
Iya, GG win.
Start to the round. Second
Waduh,
on these
waduh.
entries in C
Kan.
has been unstoppable. The showstopper in his hands, and he's just not
Kan.
stopping. The youngster's had enough.
Kan.
He's in the conversation for
Kan.
best player in the
Munchkin
world
sih.
right now, and you've just witnessed why.
Munchkin nggak boleh gitu, Munchkin.
That connection's got to leave it to a save for GENG. You can see on A and towards their spawn, there's not much movement.
Kan Lucky ya kan? Bukan Lucky ya. Jangan Lucky yang disalahin. Dia diem-diem bae loh Lucky ya, anjir. Diem-diem bae, mau nge-kill nggak bisa nge-kill.
Look, 3 to 4, Sentinels.
Maju mawa momen.
But this entry was just too much to handle.
Gila.
The fact that the players are
Zaken
already
jago sih.
tagged up, caught, I believe, by a C or a reveal on the way through, and then
Kayaknya masih Genji. Oh iya. Gue kira Lucky ya. Terus Lucky pusingin apa anjay? Lucky cuma tumbal kayak cahaya. Sian Lucky ya. Efek berdiri kan? Iya. Gak boleh tengil, gak boleh congok kayak adik-adik. Lost yang joget terus full.
Does he get anything on the scoreboard for that? No.
Joget siapa?
We've seen his lurks throughout this, but also just again the reveals.
Bukan yang joget Bani. Bani ya? Anjir. Bani pulang Momentos. Halo Anugrah. Zekan gak ada takutnya. Ih, dari kemarin mah Zekan ini risky semua anjir. Nyeramkan. Kangkang joget mulu lah. Enggak, Kangkang gak joget. Kangkang cuma berdiri aja. Yang joget mah Bani.
Changing around, who's pulling that all about? Texture had the early pick before, but Meteor, the solo anchor on this side of the map.
Aduh, geli gue liat ya.
Only now having a player come towards him.
Ayolah.
That's around.
Duh.
Even previously we've seen 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦. This is where you throw over a haunt and figure out if there's someone in the area. It's a tough smoke to play around.
Woi, risky banget lo, bro.
If he goes down here and they close the distance, there's no way out. For Meteor, he's gonna take that way out here.
Wah, cabut, bro.
Whoa, 10 HP.
Anjir.
It's dangerous. The nade from Texture
Ada
might delay them
ulti.
slightly, and he has a
Nice,
showstopper.
what the hell?
That nade actually landed
Bang, ulti,
perfectly,
bang.
and now the showstopper comes through.
Aduh.
He doesn't find the kill.
What the fuck?
In the air, and Second takes it. The site now under threat with Karen responding. Meteor's big gun shows up, and he's got the little one out as well.
Abis lu.
He'll be able to use it with 10 HP inside that smoke. He just backs off.
Ayo, bingung. Bingung. Meteor. Oh shit, man. Bercanda Meteor.
But 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮's got two more opponents to take down. One on the way with an ult in the back pocket. I don't know if they'll use it.
Dan
There's 12 seconds left. This is where we want to see him stick that plant. Oh, there's no chance. We're lucky alive.
Wow, 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮. Wah, kalau 𝘰𝘮𝘮 menyala juga mah ini udah unbeatable, guys. Udah nice try. Udah bye-bye Sentinel, anyong. Anjir. Kocak. Anime battle anjir. Meteor gila ya. Sakit gila. Wah, gila. Cakep. Nice banget, bro. Pushing, Sentinel pushing. Gila, cakep banget. Meteor pe bang langsung dulu. Udah panas kuping anak-anak Sen lu roasting dulu. Udah pulang. Turun maksudnya. Belum pulang, turun dulu. Turun tangga, terus pulang.
Sentinels hunkered down. There's 5 players here. They don't want to give it away and have the rotations of GENG come through to catch them. Instead, they're
Rexan yang menang lawan JJ lagi, Amin.
Anyone pokes their little nose out.
PRX lawan Laut dulu abis ini.
PRX still good on the angle, but he doesn't find the shot. He's going back for more. He's sticking around.
What the fuck shot? What the hell? Wah, itu nggak masuk akal anjir. Yang menang lawan yang kalah pulang. Yang menang lawan Sentinel.
There's no space for them to capitalize on. Instead, they'll break the door. At least that's the idea.
Hancur nggak sih?
Meteor's waiting for that too.
Dore?
Oh, in fact, that was 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 breaking the door.
Yeah, I think he's almost
Hancur nggak sih?
trying to give his teammate an opportunity to make a play through the door.
30 seconds left.
Still, Sentinels sit
Gila.
waiting for someone to make an error,
Texture yang
someone to make a
megang
mistake. They've still got
mau
utility.
Meteor
The
sama-sama
Nightfall
GG anjir.
previously used
Gimana?
by 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 delayed them a massive amount, and it looks like they might just have to save this one.
Prediksi lawan JJ di final. Menurut gua Sentinel lagi sih. Sentinel. Sentinel sih. Tapi nggak mungkin Laut deh. Lagi kurang gitu. Taunya abis ini Laut menang. Menangis.
Well, they haven't pushed the door, so it's only the one player hunting. Meteor, it's not gonna land. Not this time. So if you weapons save.
Wah, gila sih.
This man Texture, he swung into 3 players, but again, there's a lot of utility coming their way. It's pulling their crosshairs off the angle, and I think they just weren't expecting this man to be as unhinged as he is.
He did it almost off the rip of the Nightfall. So that's where all of your opponents get instantly taken down to like half HP. They also don't have any of the sound as well. That's the main thing. It's that they're obviously not going to be expecting someone to just run through an insta-peek, and they're also focusing on trying to reclaim tree control. Definitely risky, no doubt about it, but that has been what Texture has been doing. He's been disruptive, and now Sentinels clearly feeling after the last of the last 5 rounds, 4 have gone the way of GENG. They're starting to get themselves back into control, and from what we've seen from them, they definitely feel more comfortable on the attack, which is a very scary prospect for Sentinels, who, sure, there's no doubt they can do it on the defensive side, but you look at their victories versus Heretics, you had a 9-1 over on that attack side, 10-2 versus Loud the last time they played.
Champion di Korea.
Always been solid on this attack. And right now
Masters di Madrid, terus Shanghai, terus champion di Korea.
For this squad, one of the bigger tests that they've faced from a team that I think the community has been favoring Sentinels for sure, but we even heard it from the desk. You know, they're the favorite team, but it's not an upset necessarily if GENG win. Like this is
Jangan kesehatan Min sama pindah-pindah kota. 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘪𝘬𝘦. Tumben prediksi lo bener Min.
Not the most incredible upset we've ever
Menarik
seen.
gak prediksi gue? Biasa juga bener. Kemarin bener gue.
They looked like the better team
Itu yang
so
menang.
far. Sentinels had to be challenged by Texture's aggression once more.
Oh my, 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘦.
Seconds caught him.
Lakia, kamu bisa Lakia. Saatnya kamu menyala. Waduh, menjadi.
I think Sentinels are starting to learn that there's never really just been one player. There's always been a second layer to this B push, especially like the last time out we saw 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 make a play and 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 was just behind. So they made sure that they cleared everything. The operator hanging out in the wall.
𝘰𝘮𝘮 masih belum pernah kalah, GG sih. Gila ya. GG anjir.
Still plenty of time.
The real
and you can
GG.
see space being taken across the map for Sentinels. Again, they love selling this ruse towards the A site. Using this time 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 because of the fact that Sassy has his ult again. Not going to be used to fake it. He instantly catches both players. Has already made it into the corner. They've got to be careful with this. He's done this before. We saw this yesterday. Wins the first duel, but the trade is
Iya anjir. Bisa gitu di TP-in hilang. Apa? Itunya. Ultinya Fate. Gak kelacak gitu loh. Listrik lawan Caliber. Wow. Chill Meteor, chill. Anjir. Gak dikasih samsek, anjir. Gila sih Meteor. Gila. Wait, chill. Wah. Lakia! Ayo, kamu mah. Salah siapa, ayo.
This game has been a treat already. I thought Meteor had done enough. AA is having a worldly of a
Gila
game.
Meteor sih gila anjir.
Being able to take this much space.
Di dunia sendiri anjir Meteor.
Even putting in a snakebite just moments later, split second later, to stop him from being able to do that.
Oh, gila.
But luckily, they have this man.
Lek jago sama Lak lebih ngefek yang mana?
We've credited him when it comes to his utility usage throughout the game, but he also has the clutch in his
Dulu-dulu dibutuhin sih. Sama timing sih dibutuhin juga. Cuma sama aja kalau ada timing tapi lu nge-whiff. Nggak guna sih. Jadi semuanya penting. Silo juga kasih lihat-lihat dari depan. Dari atas gak sih? Silo. Kinclong anjir. Salahnya.
He does have the short range.
Lakia out, Alik in.
That's true.
You do have to get up nice and close.
Yeah, see if he pulls out any hip
Average
fires.
with your
This might be a
moment.
surprise for Sassy.
Jago sih, jago
Snake
banget.
bite up and over. That's probably for Rubble.
Yeah.
Absen deh.
He's a bit more aggressive than you anticipated.
Sini. Ini adik-adik.
It's got to be infuriating. Why would he be that far? He's going back.
Oke, ada kerjaan tugas ini tumbang.
He's gone right back to the
Sian
same
anjir
spot,
Lakia.
confident that he'll hit the shot. Obviously, his team have also sort of stacked it up over on the C side. Utility being broken.
Wanjir. Meteor. Boleh gila pik-pikan lu anjir.
Leaving it all on to 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
1v2 lagi, capek gue liat 1v2 anjir.
Not wanting to overextend.
Jangan.
They pinged exactly where he is. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮's gonna go hunting. Gonna try and take this man down and do exactly that.
Waduh. Dengeran ya?
But already
Dengeran anjir.
he'll make the realization that this is going to be a push towards the B site. He's actually going to go running in. That's the thing. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 instantly puts the nade. He has to try and stick this. May even go down to just 25 HP. But 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮's still standing, still holding on. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 just sticking it though.
Ada nade ya?
Already gets it to half. And looks to try and bait him in. He's got so much time to play with that he has to go back. But 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 lands the shot anyway. It's a back-to-back Red Bull clutch for SEN.
Itu kalau di stick dapet sih.
What an incredible
Tapi nggak apa-apa sih, gue juga bakal cuman half. Anjir, GG. Anak muda. Anjir. Kuat anak muda kah? Anjir. Oke ya. Gila. Nice banget. Wow. Padahal HP.
I think literally the round before.
Wah, gila.
The last round that they went, he was in that same corner, so
Gila, Doris berduel.
Great reactions to deliver.
Gila sih.
Well, they were all smiles.
Very fucking fun.
Feeling pretty deflated after that, but they're only one round behind. And as we said, Sentinels usually have a very strong attack, so it's not a bad position to be in, even if it ends 7-5, and they've called a timeout here.
GG. Udah 2-0 lah.
Losing a round to your own mistakes. Your own misplays, or your opponent maybe just doing something that you didn't foresee. I don't really believe that GENG did anything wrong in those clutches. Like, you look, the last two 1v2s, you're sat there going, okay, they tried to play it together. Sassy manages to isolate the fight and win a round. Then you look at the next one, 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 falls back so that his teammate can rotate. But 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 gets aggressive, takes him down. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 rotates quickly enough to nade him on the plant. And with 25 HP, he gets it to half, waits for his opponent, and gets insta one-tapped. Those are two rounds where GENG are looking at going, well, there's not really an adaptation there. We played the round correctly. Sentinels are just better at those individual plays.
That's all it is. There are going to be rounds where your opponent just goes off. And there's rounds that GENG have had very similar. I mean, even earlier on in this tournament, 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 with a pistol over on split, emerging from a smoke, 4 shots. 3 kills.
What's happening?
Already with 10s dropped. And Sentinels, in this last round on their attack side, find themselves in a disadvantage due to a scrappy early A fight. Oh no.
Oh, the timing is perfect. Toxins down. Good trade from 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮. They needed something extra. They needed to bring that back to at least within contention. With the way the last few rounds have gone,
ulti kah manis.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the clutch. Also, a plant for 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 will get him his ult online.
Punya ulti tapi Meteor ada ulti juga.
Especially on this side, Tom, you can very easily box them in. The only way out is it's a long run. Probably not getting back in. Ultimate ready, you hear the voice line called. 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 probably wants to use this a little closer so they have an escape.
Close banget.
Oke. Ulti gak sih?
Very aggressively used.
Cetek.
Immediately look at GENG's adaptation. They come pushing in towards the spawn angle, but that's where Sassy's waiting, and the orb's obscuring it for just a moment. It's a beautiful
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my Wano Shinderu. Oh shit, man. Okay, nice try.
Clinical play from Sentinels, leaving 𝘰𝘮𝘮 to do it all, and he doesn't stand a chance.
Oh shit, man.
Sentinels have earned their way,
their
way back up to 7 at the
Oh shit, man.
Not a bad scoreline.
Maco juga secara men.
That was brilliant. Honestly, I'm thoroughly enjoying this match. The adaptation from either side, the orb put in play deep to give him a little bit of extra space. They knew exactly where their opponents would go once they placed the pin. That is honestly a 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 masterclass in repositioning.
Aduh, please 2-0, gue capek. Pengen nonton PRX. People. Enak banget gue killin. Kita dukung Genjar ini, jangan dukung Sentinel, gila. Timeout lagi kocak. Apa salah 𝘰𝘮𝑗? Semua gara-gara Laki. Lakia, salahkan Lakia.
Hey guys, 𝘰𝘮𝑗𝑮𝑗 here and we are back in the crowd with some very special guests. I have 𝘭𝘪𝑬 here who
Thanks uncle,
Thanks
uncle.
uncle, the whole family's out here. Let's give
Emaknya anjir, ini lucu banget, muda banget ya. Emaknya. Emaknya berasa seumur gua. Ini seumur gua gak sih? Muda amat mak ya. Just no limit anjir, bisa-bisanya lo ya. Bener-bener.
Yeah, definitely started out. You're definitely.
Besok nobar ya, nggak nobar kayaknya besok. Meninggo ya gue. Pulang Karawang meninggo ya.
He just took it off by himself from there.
And Valerie here told me a little secret. What is your rank, sir?
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘦 Ascendant, but my peak's Immortal too.
Whoa! Let's give a round of applause for that. Now, of course, you know it's massive that you get to see your son here. You go to another corner of the globe, and you have fans all over just applauding his name. How does that make you feel?
It's very heartwarming. It's like.
Don't make me cry.
No, amazing. I'm so proud. Tyson, oh my God. So proud.
Speechless. We love him. We definitely do. Now, let's hear the both of you. Can you give a massive shout out to Sentinels and to Tyson playing up there right now?
Let's go, Sentinels. You guys are amazing. Let's go. You got this. We love you, Tyson.
Let's go, Tyson. Let's go, Sentinels.
Let's get back into the game.
We love you, Tyson! What's that, Tom? You just left me hanging.
Yep.
We agreed on that. Tom, you told me let's do that when it comes back.
I've heard a lot of people heckin' love that guy, so you know.
But not you. Okay, fair enough. 7-5. Sentinels doing pretty well at this stage of the game. We said they're used to a very strong attack, and sure, there were some stumbles. But now let's see if they can get off on the right foot here on their defense. The pistol round underway. One ghost, and just classics to back it up on that defensive side. GENG not showing their intention just yet. They've got some control for the A push, looking for any B aggression. Looks like the intention is to open that door and quickly double back.
Timing. Well, to turn them for now.
Istirahat. Iya, abis ini off janji. Nggak nonton Berex.
Two players walking their way back up.
Janji.
Actually going to give it away. There's a couple of players here. Tekken does have his nade available if he wants to try and deny him. Instead, he's just going to spam, and he's taking out 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘦.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, virus.
They do emerge onto the site. Deep smoke stopping for any C aggression. Turret watching the push up on the other side. Two players on C as well. Sentinels have no worries on that side of the map or B. But A, on the other hand, has come under threat. They've lost rubble control. They've seen players here, and they're making a quick reaction with a three-man rotate onto that actual site.
Mabok terus, gua nggak pernah minum, kocak.
Tens of smokes has made it awkward again. Already though, Munchkin's able to trade one back. The paranoia's missed, and Sassy's going to try and capitalize.
Nice banget.
Munchkin lands another shot. Even gets a fight onto Tens.
Nice banget, tiba-tiba 3v2 aja.
Snake back into position, but it's not going to deny. Karen just holding, at least for the moment. But 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮, again, is going to be able to bring this back. Both players low, but Munchkin just missing a beat. It's his fourth kill of the round. Just whenever.
Munchkin tengil banget. Udah kayak Benji Fishy. Nyebelin juga nih orang, apa kita jangan dukung dia ya? Soalnya nyebelin. Udah Bang Dok, langsung aja biar bisa tidur. Iya, bisa tidur. Minum Panadol, minum 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦, bobo udah. Anjing. Texture lucu banget ya. Bener-bener squishy, mencerai gua. Waduh, kerat. Wah, berat. Udahlah, Sentinel pulang, Sentinel. Pulang. Streamer subjektif. Anjir. Matiin AC. Iya, abis ini matiin AC. Kalau kakak besok nonton di MPL enggak besok nonton di Karawang, nah. Lavin. Nggak usah nonton map 3. Enggak, ini menang. 3-7 ini. 3-7 atau 3-9 lah. Kasih lah.
Couple off. Actually, both players not that far away from a showstopper. It could be a big round for the Raze players.
especially with the economy kind of low for the attacking side. Texture, there's one already. Now just one from the Showstopper with most of his HP still intact. GENG, they haven't gotten away with it scot-free. Karen's been lost. Omen on each side.
Nggak ada ngartik hari ini anjir. Meler gua.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 with one of the stranger angles. You'll see held with an Odin. It's just a fall back, so he's covering C and B with his utility. And a wild shot through the smoke for 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮. There's the advantage claimed. Although, marginally, considering Sassy's HP.
Sassy was able to trade off that first kill. I think it was actually a solid reveal from 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 that actually gave up 𝘧𝘰𝘮�'s position up close. There was expectations there GENG that they were going to be challenged.
Kondisi kayak gini masih mau ikut tur RRQ. Ikutlah.
Complete reposition. Now they've got the turret, they've got the alarm bot, so they know that there's not really much of a chance that anybody's got this aggressive.
13-9 deh, 13-9.
Information is barren on the side of
Yang menang GENG cuy,
no idea what they're pushing
Sentinel.
You mentioned that Odin and its position. Well, depending on the plant spot, it might actually have quite high impact. And he's holding on to one of his nano swarms with 20 seconds left.
Itu kamar kedinginan
Sure,
kasih.
it's probably going to end up in a
Enggak,
retake,
emang
but
lagi
there is a
badan aja.
chance that this might be stopped by 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮.
Well, there's the nano activated that's on site already. One thrown through to delay for 10 seconds. Time to get that plant through. It's going to be safe in the corner. Gotta wait a little longer after the nano runs the clock down, and that is a very tight plan. I think he's just about got it, but no spray coming through on the other side. That was 0.1 or 0.2 of a second by my read, but just about close enough to allow it.
Kenapa dicabut ya?
Texture down, the numbers thin even further on
Ini tahu di atas gue.
now the defenders, I suppose, of this site. One found by 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝑮. Meteor needs
harus dapet
some
sih.
impact with
Nice
this, and he'll
banget
find
anjir.
it. Another kill, but he's 4 HP. 1 against 2, the nade.
Wah, nice try. Nggak apa-apa.
So too is
Mahal.
8 found for Sentinels.
Dia lupa punya
He
ulti.
made a good attempt at this.
Sayang anjir.
Yeah, definitely made it a little bit more costly, but they did have a fair amount of rifles.
Tapi dia takut di-push kan?
As
Nggak
a
sih?
bonus.
Ya pas lagi ulti terus di-push sama satu lagi.
The fact is that came down to a split second, and I think there was a very real world
Saya yang menang ini. Enggak. GENG. Minum obat. Abis ini gue minum obat. Soalnya kalau minum obat sekarang ntar ngantuknya hilang anjir. Jadi ntar aja minum obatnya.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝑒𝑛 has his available now.
Salahin lagi ya.
Kasian
lah ya.
It's never safe, it's never secure, nor
Gue
these
janji
players
kalian
really
MU
aggression
ya.
again from Sentinels. A lot of utility, most importantly, 4 players here. 𝘭𝘪𝘬�ឍ, 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝑗 gets caught by the other side, so he's not able to get a clean shot off on the Showstopper. It's interrupted, and Sentinels start to fall back, concede some of this space. It's a good battle by GENG, and they thought they had a lot to work with Meteor sneaking through to B, but he's being caught.
It's now back into that awkward scenario. They had so much space, but also that takes off all of that extra 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 utility, so they can't really afford to dilly down anymore. They're gonna have to make their move again. Walking into the Lion's Den. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝑗 is with his utility, also with his Odin at the back. Hasn't been revealed. He sat patiently waiting with his gun in hand, and he's going to win the fight again. Oh, even look at the spam through. He's done a lot of damage to Karen, but he's just buying time for the rotation.
Oh, shit,
you don't really see plays like this every single day. Sat at the back with the Odin in hand.
Oh shit. Jangan kalah GENG, please.
Sentinels and a solo hold of that C site.
I've never seen anyone do that before. I've never seen it. Just hip fire in the Odin. Every part of that was so beautiful as well. The realization he needs to go for the wall bangs. Then that they're going to swing him. He swings wide ahead of them. Gets it, makes it a little more awkward for them to land. Like, this is good.
Sumpah, Tuhan Yesus.
Where Karen was looking to pre-fire on, like, he could not have read that.
Semua salah laki ya, semua salah laki ya. Ngomong apa dia? Terus lagi prediction lagi. Aduh, udahlah. Otak gue udah nggak jalan anjir.
The dreams of GENG's 2-0 seem to be
banyak
slipping
doang
away.
Sentinel.
Jangan,
GENG aja.
Pistols and a hero rifle.
Kenapa Sentinel?
He's had his moments in this game, but most of it has been with an operator in his hand.
Aduh.
Once again, 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 is waiting. And the thing is as well, that it leaves them with so little opportunity for where they can plant. Instead, they're going to go back, look to put some pressure onto 𝘧𝘰𝘮, who's been having one of his quieter performances, that's for sure. But even still, all he really has to do is get that information, call for the rotations, and get some support.
You'll see 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 flex a lot, and I think here on Omen, the way they've been playing it on defensive side, he's often just throwing the paranoia and trying to get involved afterwards.
Wah, enggak bakal dipatahin sama 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Go to a map 3.
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 pasti bisa, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 pasti bisa, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 bisa.
Few pistols, but as we said, you know, it was nothing but MasterCard thrifties
Oh,
starting off
males
that first map.
anjir.
No
Nice
reason we
banget.
can't return to it now. Meteor's
Wah,
flanks have been
nice
caught
try
again and
anjir.
again. This time it's 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 to find him, and with 13
Time.
seconds left, they need to make a move onto the site.
Spam
10
anjir.
on the clock as they get close. Blast pack still in play, going to be used here, but not booping him
Oh,
fully off.
nggak kena.
Just about far enough away that he
Oh
can
my
continue
God.
planting. Karen falls. Pistol standing,
Oh
Guardian
my
spotted
God.
and dropped, and it's cleaned
Oh
up
my
nicely
God!
by
Otoke,
Sentinels. It's
otoke,
only
go,
Munchkin left,
otoke.
and he can't even get near that spike to stop the defuse.
Hmm.
What a nice shot connected. That's where the hope of the round ends.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, he almost has to go down.
Halo,
Just to make sure that he's going to have
Ryan.
weaponry for the next round.
Janji guys,
It's gonna be a
perwakilan
small
apak. Iya, masa lu para
side of
dukungnya
Sentinels, 3 rounds in a row,
Sentinel apak
relatively clean
dong.
ones as that.
Kita tim apak
Got
anjir.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 now.
Udah lah. Ini kayaknya kalau misalnya kalah gue tidur
They've
deh.
got the crowd support. It
Udah
definitely
guys.
seems like they are the favorites, even if they're on
Gue gak kuat. Terbantai 7-12 enggak.
playing.
7-12 belum kelar dong, kocak.
Sentinels have won
Nah,
the
ini
hearts
menang,
of many.
Janji menang.
And now
Udah win off aja abis ini. Iya, gue off ya guys,
Still, though,
izin.
They're going to be put under pressure, an immediate push
Dia
here.
bilang
They
13.
take control of Mound.
That util in response. Good paranoia, but too late. The player's already able to see and take down 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Oh shit man, iya.
Leads from the angle.
Iya
Find
Chen.
themselves in a 4v4.
Gua
Big retake ultimate
gua
online for
nurut.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮. That can counteract
Baru
the
aja main
Viper's
rehat
pins
besok
we've seen
sekarang.
before, but
Iya,
the
yuk,
potential to play
Mochi.
aggressively on the back of 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 could cancel it out. It has for Sentinels previously. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 on the other side of this. Smoke has 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝑗𝑠 covering the cross, but Karen's
Bunuh dia,
already
nice
gotten up
banget
close.
Karon
A
anjir,
shrouded
langsung
step
di
that
TP.
wasn't expected, and now the nightfall
Bye
going all the
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮,
way
bye
through.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮. Bunuh
13 HP when he
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮.
fades into the corner, and
Bunuh.
now he'll be able to get his health back
Apapun,
online,
pakai
even
apapun, Nate,
notices
apa, oh
an
mati
Autoswarm
anjir.
chasing him down. Snakebite now landed right on him.
Snakebite,
He's jumping forward. Oh my God,
mm.
another piece of utility. This time the alarm bot.
Oh nice
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 almost had
banget.
it, but he's caught.
Aduh,
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮
aduh,
in on the Odin, picking up one,
Situ
and
lagi.
he's got his lockdown in prime position. Another swing, and a player spotted. Only one to root out of that Viper's pit.
Jelek tapi ultinya.
Munchkin's already given up the angle, essentially. They're running for the hills as 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 steps
Oh,
forward.
shit,
He'll
man.
catch 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝑗𝑠, setting them up to close this out. But
Aduh.
They're close to a map 3.
Turu itu apa? Turu itu 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Throughout this tournament, we've seen a lot of teams
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
lose their own map pick. We've
Janji
seen a
kena
lot of teams
mental,
fight
gue
back.
juga kena mental.
Mentioned it as well that
Pusing
throughout the
banget.
last 9 series, Sentinels have taken the first map every single
Wah
time.
gila bisa gitu bro.
But we're seeing that they have no
Panjang
trouble
banget ya tangannya ya.
looking for a response in map number 2.
Shit, makanya nggak boleh tengil anjir. Emang nih Munchkin tengil sih. Marahin John.
Had a couple of really
Gila.
high impact rounds. Seems to love the C site.
Gila seru banget cuy. Gila gue nggak nyangka kayak bakal seseru ini.
The legend that is Solo, an opportunity to try and talk this one through. As
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮
said,
balik ke rumah.
we have seen him play
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
against
Gue bilang
Sentinels.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
The last time they actually won an event, he played in
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
the upper match to go into the final and lost. Now he has to find some wise words
Sway.
to try and bring this team back and have an
Aduh, gue
opportunity
bindeng
for the
dikit
2-0. Otherwise
anjir.
they head into Breeze. And honestly, either of these teams have looked fantastic.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
I have no idea which way to
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
go.
It's going to be whoever's made best use of the downtime, what little of it there is in between these games.
Iya.
Again, talking
Tapi
about the
gue bilang
stakes
gue bilang
of this match. I believe it was
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Kaplan that was talking about, and actually it was because we showed it on the desk. The fact that whoever wins
Anjing,
this,
Alex
first of all,
anjing
gets to watch their
skor
opponent
janji
play.
tadi nih.
Always a great advantage to have.
Gue
But
maunya
mainly they
janji
get
yang
a day
13
off.
sih, bukan
They can
janji yang
prepare,
7.
they can scrim,
Tapi
they can
ternyata
relax,
terbalik
get up
guys.
late, whatever
And
they
the
want.
veto
Hmm,
advantage. as
bintang
well.
banyak ini mah.
Exactly. The impact of winning this series, it's not just about, oh yeah, they can get to the grand final anyways. They can, but they'll be on the back foot when they make it there, running off back-to-back game days.
Well, 4 rounds in a row. This attack side for GENG hasn't looked great. We're going to see the same again. This adaptation to the C side control is to have aggression.
Takut banget.
Now sits with his setup on the A side of the map. And I think they're going for this again because it's yet to be tested. We haven't seen
mahal kebalik malah.
on the other side.
Bukan mahal.
They feel confident here. They've left him there alone. In fact, there's no support at all. The rest of the team are massively far away. In fact, we're even seeing a rotation from 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 towards the players over on that C side.
He has to cover the B gap.
They want this man to go for a real hero play with no support whatsoever.
Oh, if he commits to it. If he just commits to it, he could have so much value spraying through that wall. Look at the players creeping up towards the switch. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 doesn't know, though. There's no information to play with just yet. He's waiting for his alarm bot to get contact. Now the door's open. He needs to run. He knows players are about to flood that part of the map, or that they might be. In fact, GENG have changed their idea. The direction now brings them towards B. Smoke. Stance is caught out of position. Nightfall through. And that is going to slow them way down. Keep the information in their hands. Allow 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 to go in, spraying. And second is much the same. This one's done. In a barrel. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 spraying away. It's 12-7. 5 in a row for GENG. Well, we're going to go all the way to Breeze.
Yeah, they were so ready for that.
Was he?
Had the utility available to play the retake on C if they needed to. So 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮's only play was to just get out of there. They had 4 players
ini
ready for the
bener-bener
B
semua salah Munchkin anjir. Semua salah Munchkin. Munchkin sama Benji Fishy 11-12 anjir.
And that's exactly what GENG need on the other side to take
GG
us to
turun
overtime.
anjir, aku tuh.
Feels unlikely how clean this has been for Sentinels. And already they're getting the early read.
Waduh.
Gets the opener.
Because after you spam that, you spam this wall, and Karen's right there. The bullets get very close, but not close enough.
Ini mah mainnya udah
reloading as pressure's applied. The door is open, but all the while Texture is creeping his way towards the stairs. 2 players spotted, one up close, and even suspecting one near the switch. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 has a lot of information. Oh, and even the kill on 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮. The blind fire pays off. Karen's in danger.
Oh, Din dilawan. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮.
All the while they're just hoping
Guardian. Pusing banget. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮.
He's pushed all the way up.
Gimana
so
toh?
They're not going back in this direction.
Aduh.
The adaptation.
Aduh.
Maybe Sentinels aren't
Gimana
mind.
cuy?
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 makes the play but gets caught out. Even still though, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮's found another. Somehow this round has become competitive. 30 seconds left on the clock. They still have themselves a lockdown available. The spam might actually just about get rid of it. It's still online at least for now, surviving an extra second, and they haven't been able to put the pressure on. Tensions on another.
Nice strategi guys.
Leaves it all up to Karen. He's on 1 HP and through the smoke.
GG.
will close it. We're getting the map 3 we desire. Their opponent's map choice.
Pusing pala. Nah, jadi lucky ya.
At that 13-7 for Sentinels, they came in with control and they never let go. It was a close fight all the way up to that 7-8 score line, and then they ran away with a gorgeous play from the Sentinel side, and we saw the resurgence of so many players. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 finishing 23-10. This is a good sign for what's to come.
Mau Cime apa Jesslyn?
Close this one out and send one team to the grand
Cime
final.
apa Jesslyn? Jesslyn. Good night, Chen. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Semi. Good night, Afok. Good night, Chris. Good night, guys. Thank you, guys. Kemana kalian? Kangkang. Benar 7. Salah server. Salah server. Thank you guys. See you kapan-kapan.